Hello guys. So BuzzFeed, a channel that I don't know, a load of channels that I don't really particularly like. Some of their videos, some of their more serious videos, spread a lot of misinformation. They spread a lot of information and they're not true, is what I feel. Especially on their more serious ones. Now sometimes they have got quite informative videos. Most of what they say are true. But on BuzzFeed Video, one of their channels, is a video that was recently uploaded called 8 Things Women Aren't Supposed to Say. Now, as a woman, I can't say that you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not a woman, so I don't actually properly understand whether this is offensive to women or not. These are just my opinions. If you think differently, let me know in any way or form, besides being violent or angry, unless you're just going to do that anyway. But I'm just going to respond to this video with what I think. The video is only 2 minutes long, but knowing me and my response times, my thoughts on society, this could be quite a bit longer than 2 minutes. So we're going to get started now.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Honestly, I'd love to be married with a baby. Yeah, I mean, figure out a way to work from home and maybe just come into the office as needed.
Sounds great.
Okay, so I understand that in a if you're out doing a job interview, that's not, obviously you're not supposed to say that whether you're a woman or a man, because you're not going to get the job. I mean, like, I think anyone would, well, not anyone, but I think lots of people would like to work from home and have a child and be married and shit like that, whether they're female or male. I know in this sense it looks kind of like a job interview or whatever. That would be not the right thing to say, because you're not going to get the job. But otherwise, like, if you're talking to friends or shit like that, I think that's fine.
Aw, Allison, you look cute today.
Thank you. I think so too.
Okay.
Now, that's a thing that I've seen on Tumblr, Facebook, well, actually not Facebook, but mainly Tumblr and Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that, where women, feminists, I'm not speaking for all feminists, again, I am a feminist, but I mean, I'm not speaking for all feminists, I'm not speaking for all women, these are my own opinions, I'm not trying to force them on anyone either. But on Tumblr and YouTube and Twitter and places like that, I see a lot of women being like, you know, there was a video on it actually, was it an advert? Was it an advert or something like that? Where, you know, it showed like a woman sitting down at a seat, there was a man next to her, the man sort of had his feet up on the next chair, and she was like sort of, you know, she said sorry and whatever, and then like, you know, there was a woman who was complimented by a man going that, like, you're pretty or whatever, and she said thank you, like, whatever. And then like it did another one where the woman who was sat down didn't apologise for just sitting down because the man was being an asshole, and when the man complimented her, she was like, yeah, I think so too. Like, it's like, and there's screenshots of like people going on chat rooms and Tinder and whatever else, and like a guy saying, oh, you look beautiful, and then the girl saying, yeah, I know, and then the guy going, alright, don't get too, you know, You're allowed to say, yeah, I think so too. Like, that's not being, I suppose in a way it's kind of being a bit of an asshole, but not really. I mean, that's accepting a compliment. I mean, so saying thank you, but you can be like that if you want. Obviously not all the time, okay? I understand all the... Anyway, moving on, because this video is already 5 minutes long. We've only got 30 seconds into the actual video.
Just want to let you know I got your email. It looks... Oh, what's wrong?
Oh, Henry just yelled at me in a meeting for something I didn't even do, so, like, power cried in the bathroom for 10 minutes, but now I'm fine.
Sorry. Toughen up, kid.
Right, this is another thing that really pisses me off. Not just with women, but with men. We're not supposed to show emotions in public. If we show emotions, we're weak, we're I don't know, but if there's, you know, if there's something bothering you like that, then you can tell people. Maybe not, you know, maybe not people that you don't trust or stuff. But and for that guy, I know obviously this is fake, blah blah blah. But for someone, if someone's crying and they tell you what's happened, and then you're just like, no, toughen up, fuck you, all right? That's not gonna help anyone, is it? I hate people like that, where, you know, someone's crying or upset or angry or whatever, and they're just like, toughen up. You know, you need to toughen up a bit and then let things not affect you. That's just a stupid response, right?
Allison, what's wrong? Why aren't you laughing?
Oh, it just wasn't very funny.
Someone needs to bake herself a sense of humor.
So now we're not. I understand it's polite to laugh at a joke, you know, pretend it's funny even if you don't think it is. But there is nothing wrong with, like, you know, you're not laughing and then they're like, oh, what's wrong? And then you're like, well, I just didn't find it that funny. There is nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to say that. Come on. I mean, fucking hell. And actually, another thing I just thought of, BuzzFeed is an American YouTube channel. I don't know. They've got, like, tons of channels. They got BuzzFeed Video, and then BuzzFeed Yellow, BuzzFeed Blue, BuzzFeed Red. I'm not even joking. Their channels are named BuzzFeed insert color here, and they've got several of them. But they're America. It's set in America. Blah blah blah. There's a thing called right to free speech. Did you know that, BuzzFeed? There's a thing called the right to free speech. So for you to say there's things that certain people aren't allowed to say, not just women, but if you say anyone's not allowed or not supposed to say things, technically, I mean, yes, you're using your right of free speech to express something. So technically, yes, I'm not saying take it away, but by saying this, you're technically trying to take away their right of free speech. Anyway, moving on.
Hey, would you want to get dinner Friday? My treat?
Ah, like a big group thing? You hang out?
No, just a date.
Oh, I would, but it's I've got this
Okay. No pressure.
Okay, so women now aren't allowed to ask men out on dates? What the fuck? Women aren't... Okay, what women aren't supposed to say, you know, do you want to go on a date with me, meal or something on me? How is that something they're not supposed to say? If they don't want to say it, I'm not saying like women have to say these things. What I'm saying is there isn't any things women aren't supposed to or to say. There's nothing. If they want to say things, let them say. Again, like, some people might get annoyed at me because I'm not a woman, so, you know, I don't actually know these problems and I'm going overboard because I'm talking about something stupid. If that's the case, let me know if I'm just being a bit stupid over this. But in my eyes, this is kind of... It's not oppressing, because that's such a strong word. I don't want to use it oppressing women, because it's... I don't know. Oppress is such a strong word. I don't want to use it just like, you know, this is oppressing me, this is oppressing me, or this is oppressing women, this is oppressing women. Like, it's such a strong word. I don't want to use it in that way. Like, I don't want to use the word oppressing because it's such a strong word to describe this, but I can't think of another similar to oppressing. Maybe not as a big word, not such a big word though. Maybe a lesser word that kind of is similar to oppressing. It's just sort of, I can't think of the word, but it's just stupid.
We will definitely be together because he will leave his girlfriend and we'll
Gabby,
be soulmates.
I'm sorry, but you talk to me about this guy every day. You never listen to any of my advice. I'm sorry, I can't hear it anymore. It's not healthy.
That, I personally think, is more helpful than somebody lying to someone and say yes, you know, just letting them carry on. If I went to my friends over and over again and I was telling them problems about this girl or whatever, and this happened like every day or what, and like I came to them, complained about this girl, and then they gave me advice and I never listened to their advice, and then after a while they're like, shit, I just used my real name. If they came to me and said, listen to me, you're not listening to my advice, any advice I give you, you either won't carry out, or you just won't listen, and you're not helping yourself or anyone else by telling me these problems. And if you are going to tell me these problems, you need to either take on my advice or just listen to me. At least listen to me. Of course, right? If I tell somebody a problem over and over and over again, and they give me solutions, and I don't even listen to their solutions, of course they should say something. They should say exactly what the woman in the video said. Whether this is a man or a woman, I don't give a shit, right? That one is especially stupid, because that's the right thing to say.
We can just go see the movie next week.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta go change my tampon. Be right back.
So this one I kind of understand. It's kind of like if I said, hey, I'm going to go take a shit real quick, or something like that. Like, I wouldn't really say that. I'd say I'm going to the toilet or whatever. In some ways, yes. Yeah, this is kind of, a thing you shouldn't say, because it's kind of just, it's a bit weird. But at the same time, I don't see a massive problem with it, okay? Like, some people do say, I'm going to go take a shit, I'll be right back, or I'm going to go take a piss, I'll be right back, or whatever. Especially guys say that a lot. So, in some ways, yeah, I don't see a problem. I see both sides to this one. Like, I see why sometimes you shouldn't say this, and and as well, it's a bit of a more iffy one on this.
Well, that was really fun.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
I guess I should walk you to your car?
No, I don't need you to walk me to my car. I'm fine. It's right here.
It's not safe.
It's okay. It's right here.
But
Chris, I'm okay. Chris, it's literally right here.
Okay, so at the end they tried to go for a comedic ending. To me, it's not really that funny, to be honest. The rest of the video kind of pissed me off enough for me to not appreciate the comedic ending. It wasn't that funny in the first place anyway. I'm not being offensive to BuzzFeed, I'm just kind of being saying it's not that funny in the first place. It's a really weak joke. But the point is, I guess the end one, I guess saying all of those things is a little bit rude, but then sometimes in life you have to be a little rude. You have to think about yourself as, I'm not saying be an asshole all the time, think about yourself completely 100% and say these things all the time. I mean, it's up to you whether you say them or not, but what I am saying is sometimes you do have to be a little bit rude. Sometimes you do have to look after yourself and have time to yourself rather than look after others and be nice to others. You need a bit of you time. I think everyone needs a little bit of you time. If you don't, that's fine. That's completely fine. If you prefer the company of others and you'd rather be around others 24/7, that's fine. But a lot of people do need their me time. They need just to relax on their own, watch TV, well, you already said watch TV, eat pizza, play video games, make videos, do whatever the hell they want. But what I'm saying is, we shouldn't be telling people what they can and can't say. Whether it's women or men or just people in general. We can't tell them what... obviously there's some things you shouldn't say. You shouldn't scream out, there's a bomb on the plane in an airport or whatever. That's just downright stupid, isn't it? And assholey. But, I mean, in context to a general conversation, a general outing into town with friends or whatever... You shouldn't really tell people what they can and can't say. It's really up to them, especially with the free right thing. The free speech thing. Sorry, the free right thing. The right of free speech is what I meant to say. So, that's my opinion on this video. I don't like a lot of BuzzFeed's serious videos. They don't really work very well, and... yeah, they don't... I don't feel they work very well, and sometimes, a lot of the time, they spread a misinformation. Sometimes they don't. They've done quite a few good ones on transgenders and gays and lesbians and stuff like that. They've done quite a few good things. I'm not saying they're complete and utter shit, all their videos. Some of their videos are good, it's just... some of their videos are also kind of misinformative. And I guess, in a way, it's also... It doesn't help our society in any way. It kind of makes it worse, makes us feel like we shouldn't say certain things and stuff like that. Anyway, this video is going to be 16, 17 minutes long, so I guess I should end it here. I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.